Hi everyone, welcome back to the Geterbrewed channel. So today we're going to look at malt substitution. Reason we're looking at this video is we get lots of email inquiries and social media messages about what would be a suitable malt substitute for a recipe that a homebrewer's found online and they're wanting to replicate, and equally from commercial brewers who are interested in changing from one maltings to another. So we have a really good malt substitution guide. We'll pop the link below, which will take you to that product page on the Geterbrewed website, and you'll be able to see all the different maltings and all the different substitutes that we would offer. So we've all been there as homebrewers. We've had a WhatsApp message sent through from a friend, we've picked it up online, or we've read it in a book, and you go to your local shop and you go to design that recipe using those malts and it's not there. Say there's a honey malt or a Victoria malt or a crystal number that you haven't heard of before. That's why we've generated this malt substitution guide, so that you can go in and see what would be a suitable substitute that will allow you to replicate that recipe correctly. One point to check is to check that the color is similar. If you're looking for a crystal malt or something and it says crystal 100 or it says crystal 50, that you're replicating and substituting with similar color so you don't throw off your color in the recipe of the beer that you're creating. The first thing I would like to cover is the difference between 2-row and 6-row. 6-row would generally be found in America and North America, and it's in a lot of homebrewing books because obviously homebrewing is a massive industry in America. So we get people that will email in saying, do you have 6-row? So I'll cover this really briefly. Generally in Europe here we brew 2-row. So the difference between 2-row and 6-row, obviously there's the visual differences on the barley itself, where 2-row grows equally 2 rows, 6 rows is just 6 rows around the ear. And the main difference would be that 6-row it's higher in nitrogen and proteins. It's also got a higher amount of husk and it's got a higher diastatic power, whereas 2-row would be slightly lower in nitrogens. It does, however, have a slightly larger kernel than the 6-row. So there is people that would have opinions on pros and cons to each, but I doubt that you would find a difference yourself between 2 and 6-row if you're using European and English barley at home in comparison to the American barley alternative. So basically 2-row and 6-row is a base malt that they're referring to, and if you're looking for a relevant base malt, it depends on the style that you're making. If you're making an ale, it's going to be a best ale, a Maris Otter, a pale ale, something along those lines, to replicate a 2 or a 6-row base recipe. And then we would look at everyone has their own trademark names for things, and there's alternatives available from maltings. For example, Weyermann Carapils is very, very similar in spec to crisp dextrin. Crisp dextrin obviously is at a totally different price point, and we would recommend that you would use dextrin in place of Carapils just because it's much cheaper, and in our personal opinion equally as good a malt. So a good recent example would be an email that I received, someone asking me what would be a suitable substitute for Golden Promise. So we work closely with Crisp as our UK malt supplier, and we would suggest that they're the best maltings in the UK, and we would also suggest that their Maris Otter would be an exceptionally good substitute in place of Golden Promise, just to give a current working example of an email inquiry that I've received myself recently. Then we have the dingemans malt. It's new to us. We've been seeking to work with dingemans for a number of years, and finally we've got a distribution agreement with them. We're looking after UK and Ireland, and we are holding stock of all of their varieties in-house now, so their names are going to be totally unknown to you. So the M Roost 1400, M Roost 900, you may go, what is that? So we've created a nice little guide, shows you it could be a chocolate malt that you're looking for, that they would have one that's similar, just named slightly differently. And then we have the things like Carafa, the dehusked roasted barley. Dingemans have a dehusked roasted barley as part of their offering, so it means that you can use that malt to get the dark color into your beer that you want without that astringent and extra strong roasty flavor. So malt substitution, it's very, very simple if you approach it looking from our malt substitution guide. We have all of these malts available in our custom grain kit for homebrewers, and we also hold hundreds of tons of malt in stock here for commercial breweries. The one good thing that we have in our favour with malt is that we turn such large volumes, so we're bringing multiple containers in every week now, so you can be assured that the malt is super fresh and it's rotated regularly. Okay, so we're in the malt warehouse. In here we hold hundreds of tons of malt from our malt suppliers, ensuring that there's regular stock rotated so that we can get super fresh malt out to you any quantity, anytime, express service, whole or crushed. So we've got multiple mills here at Geterbrewed, which allows us to fine tune the settings on the rollers, ensuring that we're getting the correct crush. We're doing grist analysis, and doing that we're taking a sample from the mill, putting it into the shaker box, checking the grist fractions, making sure that we're getting the correct extract and runoff for you in your brew house. So we've invested in an extra Allen Ruddock mill so that we can turn around malt quicker. We also have the weekly engineering mill. It's crushed in-house and it's crushed correctly. We've invested in a second Allen Ruddock mill recently, and we're doing grist analysis, so we know that we're crushing the way that it should be, and that you're going to get the best extract and the best runoff when using it in your brew house. So lots of malt in stock, express delivery, options to mix and match and have from all the different distribution partners that we work with, bringing you great quality malt at home and allowing you to replicate recipes that you find online, or that you've heard a recommendation from a friend or a colleague that suggests that you should use that malt.